YouTube. Just want to shoot a update on the 60 planted. Um, Couple things going on in this tank. BBA is all but gone, which is good news. The BBA was really restricting the growth of my plants. Like I wasn't getting, or yeah, there was like no growth whatsoever. Pretty much, like my jungle veil was kind of melting away, which I've never really seen before. But I guess that's a really good indicator that you got shitty water is when your jungle veil starts melting away. And yeah, it just really wasn't getting any growth, but it's finally gone. And since then, like you see my jungle veil up there, I trimmed that shit last Friday. So on Friday, I trimmed it just so the taller plants were just touching the top of the water. And I mean, you could see it's like just going across my tank now. So jungle veil's happy, I'm happy. Hygrophila garden is just insane right now. Don't even know what to do about that. Selling this tank in about a month, a little less than a month. I'll be selling this. So I got a guy, he buys all my plants, and I broke down my 5 and 10 gallon tank the other day, and he gave me $30 for all the plants. So he's definitely excited to get all these plants. So that'll be good. But yeah, back to the BBA. It's gone, and as a consequence, my snail population has gone through the roofs. Okay, I know a lot of people, they don't stock snails. I do. I stock I forget what these guys are called. Mystery snails or some shit like that. But they're okay to put in planted takes. They haven't bothered any of my plants, and I've had them in here forever. I'd say since this tank's been around, there hasn't been more than 10 snails in this tank at a time. But with the BBA dying off, and just all that extra food in the water, the past like month and a half, I've seen a huge increase, and I don't know, there's well over 100 snails in this tank. So that kind of sucks, but I'm fine with it because once they eat up all the food in the tank, they'll stop reproducing. They'll start dying off, and it should be fine and be back to normal. I also stock. I got a couple of those. I think they're called like large ram horn or some shit like that. I have no idea where they came from, just, but they're in here, and they're pretty cool too. They don't bug any of my plants. These snails are also cool too. During the day, they stay in your substrate and kind of like move it around and burp it for you and whatnot. So if you're gonna get snails, I'd say that's probably a pretty good route to go. They're not that bad, as long as you don't overfeed your tanks, and then you got a med outbreak like I do. But yeah, I want to talk a little about the snails and the BBA, and then I want to talk about my stocking too. I think I have a pretty interesting selection of fish in here, in the sense that they're just like your generic beginner fish, if you will, and that's what I was kind of going for. I didn't want to have just one or two fish in here because it's a smaller tank. I wanted to have a lot of movement, so obviously I went with the tiger barbs. They're pretty cool. I don't think I'll go with them in the future. Of course, gotta have your Grammies. I don't think I'll go with them again either. Not that there's anything wrong with them. They don't do it for me anymore. They're kind of like I don't know, generic, I guess, and not that special. So in the future, just look out. I'll have more like experience level fish, or better fish. I just wanted to get the cheap fish now so I could learn with them before I move into like your discus and other fish like that, the harder fish to keep. So look out for that in future. Though I do think I will go for know where they're at right now. Those flagfish, I really like those guys. Those guys are pretty rad. So yeah, just talking about my choice of species, but in the future, definitely look for some, I guess, show fish, if you will. There's a flagfish. I like those guys a lot. But yeah, that's just plans for the future. Once I get larger tanks and whatnot, this was just kind of like my practice tank. But yeah, that's the tank. I don't know if I'll be doing another update like this with this tank. I'll probably be gone by the time I get around to it again. So thanks for enjoying this tank, and I look forward to you guys checking out my tanks in the future.